Phil account, if you will. It's not a Smurf, he's actually borrowing it from a friend, simply due to the fact that his main account did get hacked. So he cannot play on his main account, and that's what makes him, oh, hey, let's go ahead and have you on some other account so that you can play in tonight's games. So, and Franklin will be kind of filling in with that account name. And here we are into the picks and bans. And hey, there's the team as a whole is supporting Little Hook. So, you know what? Go ahead and take away Little Hook's favorite champion, that Thresh.
Yeah, their main logo, their main slice, their main bay, that Thresh, they're just taking it away. SwayGG's like, you know what? We're champions here, and we're not going to show no mercy. We want to get right back into the top and come back in. Is it their third time if they win tonight, or would this be,
They're looking for their third win. They've already won twice, and they're
Yeah.
looking for the third. If they win this third game, they would tie up Balefire for the most wins in the Scrim gyms, which is definitely something to be proud of for yourself. And again, their high competition tonight elsewhere in the bracket is going to be the SPK Embers team. They have been looking so strong. The twice that they have won, they have done it in dominating fashion, and SwayGG has been nipping at their heels in those games. So excited to see if these two big teams clash, or if we get some other team sneaking their way in. It could perhaps be Little Hooks that comes in and says, you know what, we are vying our way to the top. We are going to make sure to knock SwayGG, the heavyweight champion from last week, knock him out in round 1, and that makes our life so much easier moving forward. The rest of the bans are going to be that Darius and Zoe for the side of SwayGG, as well as Akali, Olaf, and Victor for Little Hooks supporters.
So if I'm not mistaken, Little Hooks is going to be a wild card here. They are a new team. I haven't seen them before. Then again, I did miss a couple of Scrim gems, so that's going to be exciting for me to cast and see what they're made of and what they can bring to the table here against SwayGG, because I've seen a lot of SwayGG, and they're a really strong and confident team. As they're going to lock in a Caitlyn, really strong NEC right now. Really easy to stay back, stay safe, poke, and be aggressive all at the same time.
Absolutely, and they are new. Little Hooks, this is their first time playing on the stream, so that means we get the spiciness of kind of discovering what their play style is, how they enjoy playing League of Legends. Everyone's got a little bit of a different style, a little bit of a different taste, and they're going to be running the Rengar in the jungle, something that's a really, really good snowball champion. Once he gets rolling, it's very hard to stop him. He's great at being able to pick people off that are low health, and really good at getting towards that back line. So you can see, to kind of counter it, SwayGG says, you know what, let's go ahead and lock in the absolutely disgusting bottom lane. I don't know why it doesn't get banned out more. Morgana, Sivir, double spell shields, making their lives so much easier. And even if Rengar does leap in, sure, he's got a lot of burst of damage, but some of that does count as ability damage, so Sivir spell shield going to be nice to at least deflect a little bit of that burst from the Rengar.
Yeah, so picking Rengar means that a large lamb is really, really confident in snowballing, really confident in his jungling capabilities, because if he gets behind on Rengar, it's going to be very detrimental to the team of Little Hooks, because he's going to have to sit there and just try and catch up, or try and get at least one kill to be able to turn it around and come back into the game. So it'll be interesting to see how he works that in. And not only that we're seeing a Nocturne top lane. I haven't seen that in quite a while, unless they're doing a trade here.
Oh, yeah, it's most likely going to be a trade. And one of the nice things about taking that Nocturne, obviously, SwayGG has some kind of strategy revolving around this Nocturne. Deep engagement with him is that you do have that Morgana Black Shield to toss on him before he halts in towards that back line. And that ability to spell shield, especially if he's going in on something like the Ahri, if she doesn't have that ultimate available. Sure, she's got a charm, but that charm's going to be ineffective against the Black Shield of Morgana. Or you could try to jump onto the Caitlyn as well. So there's some squishy backline targets. The Ahri would be a little bit tough if her ultimate is available. She's got those 3 extra flashes, so we'll see what else LHS could decide to pick up and make their lives easier when trying to deal with this Nocturne diving. They did go ahead and ban away some more junglers, maybe thinking that Nocturne is in the top lane. I'm not really sure. The Graves and the Rek'Sai both being taken away, whereas SwayGG picks up some top laners, making whoever they decide to send to the top lane's life a little bit easier, as it's looking like it might be the Yasuo top for LHS. Nope, they're going to grab the Yuumi support.
Yeah, it's definitely a good pick. It'll be interesting to see, because Yuumi support is a good aggressive poke champion. if played correctly, but then has to be attached to Caitlyn, and Caitlyn has to basically do a kind of more position-reliant solo lane, especially because there's now going to be a Morgana. So Caitlyn's going to be more free open to snares and Morgana CC, as well as there's going to be a Sivir on the board that's not going to be able to be CC'd by Yuumi so easily because of the spell shield that she can pop up to maybe deny that Yuumi ulti third proc. And if she holds it properly, she can stop that CC, turn around, and maybe do a cleanup on the Yuumi and the Caitlyn since they're so squishy.
Yeah, the positioning. Go ahead.
But Yuumi does have sustainability at the same time. Plus, she has picking up a heal, and Caitlyn has that TP to come into lane, out CS, and do some sustainability.
Well, again, they're probably swapping those champions around, so it's most likely that Mithria is going to be taking the top lane, whoever they decide to lock in right now. They got 14 seconds to pick a top laner. Is it going to be the Teemo? I doubt it. That's a little shout out to the Teemo hat, but if they do it, I'm going to get hype. But no, they need a frontliner. They need somebody tank. I'd like to see something like an Ornn be picked, as he hasn't been banned away. Okay, that is some spiciness right there.
Caitlyn top lane?
Wait, is it a Caitlyn top lane and an Ashe ADC? Well, they have another 45 or 25 seconds. It's at that 20-second mark that they do need to make sure there's no more swaps going through. So this is going to be very interesting, and a lot of my analytics that I was trying to do in my head just kind of got thrown out the window when that Ashe is locked in. What I wanted to say about the Yuumi is the positioning is absolutely crucial on Yuumi players, because if they get caught out by a Morgana Dark Binding or a Syndra stun, they're dead. There's no way for them to escape. A stun or a Dark Binding just lasts so long, and they're so squishy that it's very easy to kill them off. And we've seen it time and time again. It's the biggest risk to run a Yuumi into the Morgana, and this wasn't a Morgana counter-picking Yuumi. This is Yuumi purposefully picked up by LHS into the Morgana. They knew they were playing her down there, and so I'm curious to see how they actually play it. They've decided to pair it with that Ashe in the bottom lane. Lots of pick, lots of potential. Before we go too much further, I do actually want to take just a second here to play a clip from last week, because I think that you guys are going to enjoy it. So if you will indulge me, I'm just going to bring this up here really quick. Give me 1 second. Tie up Bale 3 wins. Are you going to tie up Balefire for 3 wins?
Oh, 100%. I'm the best jungler in this league. Okay? I am the best jungler in this league. Wow. I will put it down. Okay? Look at those gold advantages. I have the most gold in the game. I don't want to hype myself up too much.
We're talking jungle. We should be talking mid lane. I mean,
our mid jungle synergy is the best in the league. Okay? Like legit, you put. Most of our advantages.
We're both psychopaths. We have the exact same playstyle. We both play jungle the exact same. I'm just playing mid lane. So like a hive mind.
Yep, exactly. That is exactly the clip. Was SwayGG into their victory last week. You're going to enjoy a little bit of a re-engagement as the graphics go and reset. There we go. Back to the picks and bans as they were. But that was SwayGG last week with some really confident words that they were going to win this week and tie up Balefire. That they said that Screwface and Skeptor have some sick synergy between those two. So we'll see if they can pull it out again this week. But now that we can see the entire compositions, Jess, what are your thoughts looking at these two teams?
Well, you know, I'm trying to hesitate slightly because we all know about the caster curse here. But I'm leaning towards SwayGG with their team comp just because it's more meta-based, it's more sustainable, it just makes a lot more sense with the meta. Like I said, like there's a Nocturne up top lane. It's not completely horrible. But that being said, it might not be too bad into Caitlyn, because since Caitlyn can be ranged, has that TP, Nocturne isn't the tankiest character, can't really get in range, can't really melee, so that might be an interesting matchup in the top lane. But also, once he gets his ultimate, he will be able to go in hard and just assassinate Caitlyn, unless Caitlyn plays safe under turret at that level 6 mark. But then again, she does have Rengar. There could be a possible setup to bait in the ulti, get the Rengar to come out, and just squish that Nocturne right down. So that's going to be some interesting combination fights happening in the top lane. But in looking at Little Hook's team composition, they have little to no tanks, unless Rengar builds slightly tanky. They got Ashe, Ahri, they have Caitlyn, and Yuumi. And Rengar, they're all squishy. There's an Assassin, 2 ADCs, Ari's like a mage assassin and then a sustainable support. So that is a little bit skeptical considering Nocturne can snowball and literally just ultimate any one of them anytime his ulti is up. Even roam around and have that potential, as well as Syndra has the TP up. It looks like Morgana is switching into TP as well, and same with Ashe. So there's going to be a lot of map rotation happening around the map, a lot of mobility, a lot of quick rotation back into lane to be able to get that CS. So I don't know how Little Hook is going to pull off this team team composition, but it's definitely going to be interesting to catch and cast and watch for sure.
Yeah, I completely agree about the side of LHS lacking in a frontline tank. They definitely can deal some pretty heavy DPS, but as the game scales later and later, unless they have a particular member like, say, maybe that Rengar that can hard snowball after the early portion of the game, they're going to be in a little bit of trouble because eventually that Syndra will come online. Eventually, the Sejuani will be able to come online. The Syndra will be able to unleash power, wipe somebody off the face of the map. Yeah, okay, Ari, you got 3 dashes with your ultimate. That's fine. My spheres are going to follow you all the way through every single one and find that kill. There's so much potential from SwayGG because they've ran themselves a typical comp, a hard frontline tank, a solid engage, a good late game ADC. They've got what they need when it comes to standard picks. But this is not necessarily a standard game when you're looking at LHS, so it's going to be on them to make those key plays, and especially I believe this game is going to be heavily played off of large lamp 1, 2, 3 on this Rengar, because if he can get these lanes snowballing in from the jungle, ganking top lane to get the Caitlyn ahead against the Nocturne, who is going to be played top. He's not jungle. You actually mentioned at the very beginning, and I said, oh no, they're going to swap him up. There's going to be someone else top. But no, it is a Nocturne top lane versus the Caitlyn. If you can get Caitlyn ahead of the Nocturne, at least until level 6, delete should maybe be deleted several times in the top side.
Yeah, so that being said, it looks like a large lamb on Rengar is going to definitely have to camp top lane early, babysit Caitlyn in the early game to try and get her to snowball into that late game potential so she can pop down her traps, have some items to be a bit sustainable against Nocturne as soon as he gets his assassinate ult up, because he's literally built to assassinate a character like Caitlyn. In a different scenario.
Oh wait, hold on. Nope, he's actually mid lane. Oh, they are really making our lives difficult today. Swapping him around. It is delete in the mid lane. Taking on N. Franklin's Ari. He's going to be stepping forward. He's pulling out a little bit of the EU. I believe it's Medivetti. I believe it's Vedius that actually is well known for playing Nocturne mid lane in the EU as a caster. So he's pulled out a little bit of the Vedi, I believe, seeing what he can do there, which means that Syndra is to the top side facing off against that Caitlyn. And there's a Sejuani gank coming in right now. We'll see if they can actually find some success with that. No, looks like Sejuani just walked around. Back to the mid lane we go as the harassment is there. Should still be advantage to the Ari, at least for a while, because of that range, that alone. And a spell shield by Nocturne, actually, avoiding some of that sphere damage.
I'm a little bit delayed behind you. What time are you at?
I am 2 minutes and 22 seconds, so...
I'm at 2:10.
Okay, well, I'll pause and catch up. Start counting. Just start counting real quick. Then I'll see if I can pause and catch up with you. What's your time?
I'm behind you, so I moved myself to 2:23.
Just start counting the time.
2:24 right now. I have it paused at.
You hit play, because I'm already at 2:45. Just kind of keep rolling. So
28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And sorry, you're at 240. I'm at 243.
Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going.
246, 247, 248, 249, 250.
Okay, there we go. I made it sure that I started exactly when you were there, so we should be timed up. And Skepta is going to get jumped on by Large Lamp. He was looking to steal away the red buff, and Skepta might, with that smite, not be able to get out. That's a leap from the Rengar. Large Lamp will pick up first blood. There is Dunceroni and Misto coming in to see if they can stop him. Dark Binding's going to miss. There's a Nocturne coming around. Delete coming in from that mid lane. Do they have those Dark Binding from the Morgana coming up in time? I don't know if they will. As Yumi is here, they're actually going to let the Rengar leap right back in. Ignite ticking down. Exhaust is there. Delete in a bit of trouble. The charm comes through, so Sivir has to flash underneath the turret, and Misto will fall. Ladies and gentlemen, the team that needs to snowball is 2 and up over SwayGG. Oh my goodness, they're 1,000 gold lead at the 3.5 minute mark.
Did they just literally get first blood and 2 kills with a team composition that's not necessarily strong enough or set enough for an invade? What is happening tonight with all the weird matchups? We got the Nocturne mid lane, we got an invade happening, we got 1k gold lead up before a 3-minute mark on the side of Little Hooks.
This is pretty crazy, but now we need to see this Rengar taking that lead and continuing to play it forward. You can't sit back and just say, oh, I'm just going to go defensively. You need to make sure that your team is continuing to snowball harder and harder, because look at the top lane, the Syndra, already 10 CS over Mithria, and every time that Caitlyn steps forward, there's the possibility that Syndra's going to find a stun, that you see that harassment coming down. So this top laner will not be able to last a whole lot longer without some pressure from this jungler. Really quickly in the bot side, there is that Mountain Drake up in 30 seconds, but it might be killed the top side. There's the burst from this Fear. Screwface only has auto attacks, but that's all Screwface needs. Take down Mithria for her own first blood in the top lane.
Yeah, Rengar just a little bit too late. Needs to really camp that, but he's
camping mid lane. Oh, I love it. This spell shield there burned by the Rengar, which means the charm from Ahri lands. Great synergy between the jungle and mid.
And if we look at the Rengar, he backed right away and he got 2 long swords, boots, and he also has his jungling hunter machete. So that's going to give him a slight advantage to be more mobile around the map, able to clear out jungle camps just a bit quicker than Sejuani. Sejuani only having her 2 first tier items to build into the jungle item here, just having the hunter machete and hunter's talisman. So that's going to be huge for Rengar. He's already a few CS above her and 2 kills, kill and assist above her.
Might be caught up for a moment, though. There is a Sejuani being joined by Delete, but it's a 2v2 for now. Sun comes through from the Sejuani. They're looking for revenge onto Large Lamp. Can they find his spell shield from the Nocturne, keeping himself alive for a bit longer, and frankly going to give up chasing down the Sejuani. But there is Caitlyn coming in as well, fighting the bot side because the boomerangs are bouncing. Mitsu picks up 1. Delete is deleted in that river, as the roaming from Screwface not going to be in time. So we do have, I believe it is a 2-for-1 so far, but it might be a 2-for-2 as they catch out the Yuumi. And that's the risk of playing a Yuumi into a Morgana.
Yuumi and Morgana and their risks were paying off really early into the game, but they just got clapped back in on SwayGG. They were not going to have it, not going to take it, evening up the gold just quite a bit, and SwayGG getting a little bit more. They have 200 more gold, about 300 more gold, evening up the kill score, and coming back in, using their advantage, swapping lanes. I believe they probably swapped lanes, seeing the Caitlyn top with this Syndra just really dominating Caitlyn right now. Rengar really needs to help out top lane in order for this comp to be successful.
And this bot lane for LHS needs to hit that level 6, get that Ash Arrow unlocked, the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, great for setting up engages, great for setting up picks, but they are still level 4. Even that Sivir Misto is level 5, so out-leveling the bot lane of LHS. Now, that ultimate from Sivir, not quite as impactful as the Ash's ult, but that's the thing for them. They've got a losing bot side, a losing top side. Mid lane's doing very well. This Ahri 10 CS up over the Nocturne, but it is all going to change once Delete hits that level 6. He can hit the Delete key on other people. We'll see how that comes through. Zen Franklin has that ultimate available now.
Yeah, not only is Ahri 10 CS above Nocturne, Ahri does have the 3 out of 4 kills on her, sitting really nice in her pocket here. Once she resets and back, she'll be able to get some items, having about a 500
Hold on, Rengar's coming up to the top of the stun into Caitlyn, slowing her down. She's still going to start the ace in the hole. Screwface going to be in trouble because Rengar's using the brush. Ooh, flashes Rengar leaping though to a brush. That's the unleashed power from Screwface, taking 1 before going down. It's a 1-for-1 trade on the top side.
And that is not too bad for Screwface, doing a 1-for-1. Not really snowballing top lane. Light needed to be Caitlyn dying, so Rengar going up to try and help out, only helping Rengar get a little bit larger, but not getting Caitlyn larger, which could be difficult to see later on in the game. But it is, once again, even 5-5, head-to-head, and we're going to be setting up here for a Mountain Drake. It looks like SwayGG getting that ward control in, Oh, maybe not. Morgana did not. She walked up there, but didn't seem to get ward control in just quite yet. That'll be interesting to see a fight break out there soon.
Yeah, she went and invaded a little bit deeper into the enemy jungle, more focused on getting vision of where the Rengar was, because he's the one that's kind of been the sore spot for SwayGG so far. Quick to note on that top side was that while Syndra, I do believe that 1v1 did go in her favor simply because it stopped Caitlyn from picking up the farm that she needed, but Large Lamp still going to be sticking around the enemy team jungle, hopping over the wall with the Blast Cone, finds the Sejuani, takes her down, and he has invested so much time into shutting this Sejuani down. He's actually now up in CS as well, as level 6s are starting to come through for these laners. Infernal Fox still only level 5, the only member not to have their ultimate yet for LHS.
And you know what? Since Large Lamp is really large right now, having that 3 kills, having that extra CS above Sedge, he can shut her down.
Hold on, Nocturne's into the bottom side. That's at level 6. Time to engage. There's the ultimate from Ash, but it's far too late. They get one. However, the route from the final chapter from Korean Flamer means they can't go and pick up another one, but they have the jungler and the mid laner. They could try to 4-man the Mountain Drake.
Yeah, they can try and 4-man the Mountain Drake. Not only that, but Rengar is ahead of Sedge, so Rengar could literally 1v1 and win. He could pick off Sedge instantly.
Oh, they're going to try to pick off the Rengar because Sejuani is there. She's brought the CC. And Morgana Dark Binding comes in huge. They actually land the Dark Binding onto Yuumi. Not going to chase onto Korean Flamer, though, because not much Yuumi can do by herself. And so to the Mountain Drake they go. SwayGG have themselves a small gold lead. And with that first Drake of the game, they're situating themselves pretty nicely and transitioning to the mid game.
Yeah, that's definitely, they're really capitalizing. They knew that they could not fight the Rengar alone with Sejuani, so Morgana rotated up, got that pick on instead of Rengar picking off Sejuani to make sure she doesn't die and get shut down, because that would be Little Hook's win condition, is Rengar invading and just consistently shutting down the only tank.
Oh, Sejuani's going to jump on to the Caitlyn in the mid lane, a mid 3, a nice anti-Calvin net backwards. Will it save her? That's the question. There's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. They've caught the Morgana. She threw the Black Shield onto Scepter, saving the Sejuani, but couldn't save herself, and goes down. Great snipe from Infernal Fox.
The sacrifice was made. Rengar came back in for revenge for that snare for sure. Oh, that was just so rough to see.
Well, I definitely love to see that LHS is really playing hard and aggressive against the winners of last week's championship. So this is really, really good from them. They are newcomers, first time we've ever seen them play. They're definitely running a non-standard composition and keeping toe-to-toe with SwayGG so far. But now that those ultimates are coming through and there's potential for the grouping out of SwayGG, you saw to the bottom side, finding themselves 2 kills. They could now start to group towards that Rift Herald as well. Large Lamp, 1, 2, 3. He says, I got a brush here. Happy to use that to my advantage. I'll chase you, Screwface. Might have been a poor idea to run into the jungle.
Yeah, anyone that runs into Rengar right now is just gonna get blown up.
Fear comes through from Nocturne onto a mid 3 up, at 90 caliber nets backwards to the turret. Lost about half the health, but traded back onto delete. So the laning Nocturne not working out so well. You can see that 49 CS, actually even CS with the Caitlyn on top side. So those two that had a really rough laning phase now facing off against each other at the top. Wait, Nocturne, he's ulting on in. Caitlyn's gonna get the 90 caliber net delete, still finds the kill, but it's a 1-for-1 as he's diving the turret. And Franklin pushing forward in that mid lane, getting a couple plates off that turret. Good sidestep from Screwface on the charm.
Yeah, interesting to see that Nocturne rotated up to the top lane and got a kill instead of staying mid and trying to focus on getting assassination bot lane.
There's that Yuumi ult to the bot side. Spell Shield's only gonna hold you, get you out for so long because the Rengar's hopping on in. Dumpsteroni going golden with the stopwatch, but straight into the charm from Anne Franklin. And that is 2 more kills for LHS, setting themselves up. They've got the synergy with the Ashe ult and the Yuumi ult, and it worked out so well for them. Taking plates, they've got another minute and a half to grab as many plates as they want.
They got a minute and a half to grab some more plates. Not only are they adding pressure in here, even though it's looking even on the scoreboards, they're slightly ahead by 1.5k gold.
Oh, and Franklin, that's a nice ultimate to the mid lane. Screwface, no time to do anything. I loved the dash forward to avoid the first sphere, then dashes to the side to avoid the stun. Great positioning from Anne Franklin, finding a kill in that mid lane, but the Rift Herald should be taken by SwayGG.
And let me correct myself. They're at a 2.5k gold lead now after that crazy fight. There's just fighting going on non-stop happening here. If we look at the kills spread out through little hooks, they have 6 kills on Rengar, 5 kills on Ahri. Ashe not doing too bad, but not doing completely well. Has 4 assists, but no kills on the boards. Up by 84 CS. Looks like Sivir is doing better than her with 106 CS, so about a 20 CS difference. And on top of that, 3 kills, and she has her tier 2 boots complete with her Essence Reaver as well complete. Ashe not fully completing her boots, but has Essence Reaver on the boards. So that's going to be a little bit scary, considering Sivir has more damage, has a bit more gold in the pocket to be able to add in a lot more bot lane pressure. But it looks like Rengar and Ahri are roaming down to mitigate that right now, since they do have large leads.
Skeptor hopping on it and gets charmed up. Oh, misses the ultimate, and Franklin flashing. Might get stunned up regardless. That's in Cherokee into the mid lane. 6 seconds for Skeptor to get charmed up and taken down. Ultimate from Nocturne, but that's not actually going to save a teammate, as Misto in the bottom lane all by herself. Excuse me, Sivir, but you cannot fight against these two. Infernal Fox dropping incredibly low, actually gets the kill from Yuumi to get out. But that is 2 more kills to LHS that are just outplaying SwayGG time and time again.
Yeah, and it's just by a sliver, and that little sliver is just making them rocket past with leads. They're at 26k gold compared to SwayGG at 22, so they're about a 4k gold lead up now. Nocturne might be a bit of trouble. He actually saw the Rengar wasn't there, but not going to be able to do anything to stop Large Lamp picking up an easy kill. Once he gets these brushes, it's so easy for them to find kill and kill again. Screwface tossing out a sphere over the wall, not going to be able to do all that much. Unceroni is here as well. They see the brush, but Morgana finds a dark fighting, still going to be dropped. This Rengar cannot be touched. He does get taken down, but he is so happy to get a 2-for-1 trade. The rest of his team are moving in. It's a 2v2 for the moment, as the blue buff is going to be picked off for the moment. There's the charm onto Skeptor. The Sejuani just losing health, has to flash away. And man, all of these high mobility champions from LHS making life difficult for the Syndra, as it looked like, hold on, somebody let me know if the Scrim falls. The flash from Screwface to pick up the kill of Mithria. Flashing forward, looking for Skeptor, but that is the CC back. CC chain online for SwayGG. They're still going to lose the Sejuani, though, because Caitlyn has been able to poke away. Dunceroni coming back from dying. Misses the dark finding, and Mithria is still on the run. Nocturne trying to come in for revenge, but Screwface will pick up the kill. Oh, my word. As you said, the action is back and forth. There's so many small mistakes from both teams, but in the end, it still leads for LHS. Yeah, still leading for LHS by 2k now, but not too bad. They did, SwayGG did catch up by 2k with that fight, and it looks like Rengar's gonna come here and get up. Another just blown and decimated that Sivir. Holy! He has 9 kills on the board right now before 20 minutes. It's only 16 minutes in the game, and he's almost getting a kill. A kill every 2 minutes, I would say.
Yeah, a little bit less than every 2 minutes, and this is the leading Rengar that you need. Now, eventually, that will be much more difficult to do. The group thing, which is kind of what happens late game, is both teams are kind of forced to 5v5 a little bit more. It's not going to work out so well for Rengar, but right now, in the mid game, when there's a lot of players rotating from lane to lane, or somebody's left alone trying to split push or catch away from the side lanes, that is Rengar's home, and Large Lamp is playing fantastically. We'll see if he can keep it up as the game progresses. He's taken a good 20 CS lead over this Sejuani. Rift Herald has popped in the mid lane, probably was about to time out. We'll see if they can protect it all the way up to the 2nd tier turret, because there's 2 members of LHS here to defend. And they're actually going to just let them clear the Rift Herald. I am surprised.
Wow, they cleared that up really quick. They just denied that Rift Herald for SwayGG, and that's usually what SwayGG does. Tries to get the early Herald, tries to pop it in and get objectives, and that just didn't happen. That's their normal tactic, not really working out for them. But if we looked at the gold comparison real quick between Sedge and Rengar, Rengar has 9,130 gold earned so far, and Sedge only has 5,600.
Oh, he's gonna add some more. Delete of the top lane. Didn't actually add all that much, considering that the mid lane Nocturne not worth all that much gold.
So he's what? I would say 2,000, a little bit over 2,000 in a gold lead above Sejuani, and that's just him alone above Sedge. That's huge. He's got 10 kills, and the only win condition right now I see for SwayGG is grouping up to do that team fight, slowing it down, to get to that late game, possibly trying to shut down and focus that Rengar, but he's really playing safe, looking for those picks, and SwayGG is not really grouping that well and pushing a little bit far up into the lanes and getting caught out over and over again with the Syndra on the top lane, with Sivir CSing alone in the bot lane, and with Nocturne trying to pick off that Caitlyn.
Yeah, what you're saying about that disrespect from SwayGG, when it comes to Rengar, his mobility is so fast. Between that ultimate, hopping from brushes, you need to make sure you have deep vision, and you cannot go anywhere without having the vision and knowing where Rengar is. It's almost one of those things of, don't step past the river unless you know that Rengar is in a different lane. And Delete is once again stepping forward aggressively, so there's a Rengar and a Yuumi coming on in. We'll see if Delete can take down a Mithria before falling. He's got the fear, a couple more auto attacks, and Rengar shows up, and just goodbye. Goodbye.
And you know what I just thought about with the Yuumi on the Rengar?
Well, you might have to hold on because Skeptor's coming in, getting a knockback on the Rengar. Can they get a shutdown? That's the unleashed power from the Sivir. Jane Crystal Arrow going to sum up Morgana, but that's actually one of the best members for SwayGG to have summed up for a moment because they're focusing on a Mithria. Take down the Caitlyn. Now they can take down Korean Flamer. Look for Enfranken as well. That's going to be the Ahri picking off the enemy team support, so they get one back. But Sejuani is still playing the front line, waiting for Infernal Fox to step a little bit too far forward. Get another rush down. Doesn't have that ultimate available, so it's a 3v2. And Franklin chunking and chunking. Throws out that charm. Screwface stepping forward. Oh, can't find the sphere toss.
And they are really confident in this, because they could literally do this 3v2 if they do it correctly, but it looks like they're going to back off here, knowing that because Ahri is quite large herself with 7 kills. One fully complete item, a needlessly large rod, 8 stacks on her Dark Seal, and then
Skeptor hopping over the wall. The Nocturne re-engaged as well. Delete is looking for revenge, but he might get to lead for a 3rd time in a row. And Jane Crystal Arrow on such a low cooldown, but they might actually have Infernal Fox back. So low, the Ash will flash. He will live for now as Skeptor will drop. Picked off by that huge Ahri, just as you're saying now. 10 stacks on the Dark Seal, and Rengar's coming leaping in. He's got to get that brush. He needs something to jump to from that brush. He's waiting for somebody like the Morgana to step a little bit too close. He's going to come out, get a little bit of a Yuumi poke there, jump onto Morgana first, take her down, the fighting underneath the turret. That's going to be Korean Flamer. He will fall. Infernal Fox is going to drop low as well. Unleashed power a bit wasted by the Sivir, but Mista will grab one. Mithria will get a triple kill off of the Ahri, and now we'll see what Misto can do as a Mithria left alone with the Misto. It's ADC versus ADC, and the Sivir's got the red buff, so we'll take the victory, lose the turret. But that is a very small victory for SwayGG after a very long, hard fight.
Let me look at that. Was just insane what happened. I was about to say they come if Yuumi just sticks with the Rengar and goes around the map, they could be unstoppable. As I said that, I was proven wrong by SwayGG. They came in, they stopped the Rengar, they stopped the Yuumi, they shut down almost every single member on the team, even including Ahri, getting a large shutdown gold in their pockets, a lot of bounty happening to catch up and be only 1.5k behind, or my mistake, 2k behind just about, and getting up 2 turrets, picking up 19 kills, and not only that, getting an even Mountain Drake to tie it up with little hooks here. So they're really evening up the game, tying it up.
Jane Crystal Arrow, nice spell shoot from Delete. He's still going to be slow though. Rengar coming in. He's going to try to ult backwards to save himself. But no, cannot do it again. The pairing of that Ashe Yuumi working out so well for LHS. Playing that pick comp so fantastically. But now Franklin might get picked off. Does have that ultimate available. Ashe going to throw out that ultimate as well. So going to see that. But the collapse onto Ahri is pretty good. Second shot is down. There's the 3rd one. Unleashed power. Dropping her low, but still going to fall. Missed to pick it up with a nice boomerang. So it's a 1-for-1 so far. Both mid laners from both teams down, but Large Lamp is here. Ace in the hole from the Caitlyn, going to be shot out early. I think was just chunking Skeptor down, maybe trying to get some damage onto one of the other squishier members, and Skeptor blocked it.
It looks like they're going to sneak in this Baron well. It looks like Little Hooks are going to pick up the Dragon, but SwayGG is going to sneak in a Baron, and I don't know if this is going to be a throw or maybe a turnaround.
And Champ Crystal Arrow coming in will lock him Morgana. No, she's got the Black Shield magically defending her for a moment. Can they get the Baron? Rengar stolen away! Large Lamp, 1, 2, 3! Gonna take down the Baron, tip down Morgana, let Ashe finish off the Sivir. Screwface next up with the target, who actually will shut down the Rengar. Can't she get the blast going in time? Screwface up over the wall, still on the run. The flash forward from Mithria, but the Syndra went the opposite direction. Can try to set up another stun. There it is! And here comes the Nocturne. He's got an ult going, but can he actually dash in time? It's 3v1 for the moment. Screwface still on the run, has the sphere ready. A fantastic escape from the Syndra, but the Baron is still on 4 members of LHS.
Yeah, and that was a huge risk-reward kind of play, and since they were so behind, they just did not have that damage on the Baron that they expected they would have. It was just going down way too slow, and it just looked like Little Hooks just got that Dragon and was able to rotate a lot quicker than they could burst down that Baron, and that really cost them considering Sedge was just already so low starting off that Drake. Turning it around, Rengar coming in large as usual, Smite's taking it with the Smite and killing Sedge instantaneously, and just Little Hooks dominating that Dragon Pit fight. Not looking good. They have an extra advantage here now with the Baron push they could use. It's going to be a real frustrating game for SwayGG, seeing as they were so confident, especially in the interviews last week, that they were going to make it to the finals. But can they do it?
Yeah,
it doesn't look too good right now.
Down 4,000 gold, gonna have to turtle out the Baron. The one thing going for them is that they're at that 25-minute mark when they don't have any inhibitors down, and they don't even have any inhibitor turrets down, so they still have a lot to defend. There's a lot of work that LHS needs to put into these lanes to actually start to kind of break open the base a little bit more, and this is where their composition starts to come on a little bit better. They can actually start to group as long as they can prevent Rengar from sniping off someone immediately at the beginning of the fight, making it a 4v5 fight. The 5v5 from SwayGG should work out in their favor, and with the Rengar pushing into that top side, Large Lamp up there taking away that turret, that gives Nocturne the freedom to pick away this bottom turret, so they do get a turret 4-turret trade. But there are still 4 members of LHS pushing into this mid lane inhibitor turret now. 2 turrets for 1 trade, not good. Skeptor coming in from behind. We'll see what this Sejuani can do. Gonna be hit by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, but no, Nocturne dashing on in. Rengar's not here. He's waiting off to this side. He's not jumping it onto anyone just yet. Delete incredibly low, and Large Lamp leaps it onto Screwface, who goes golden. They're gonna CC lock the Rengar. They've taken 2 back. SwayGG is not out of the fight yet. They have done a fantastic job of turning that fight around, giving Large Lamp no targets to leap onto, and LHS walk away licking their wounds. They're going to try to pick, hold on, they're going to try to pick the Sejuani off, ace in the hole from the Caitlyn, not quite enough takedown, done surrounding, but the Ahri dashing forward, just barely able to sidestep Screwface's stun, and the Syndra might be caught out, throws out the Unleashed Power, not enough to drop, and Franklin low enough to actually pick up the kill. And now Mithria playing forward very aggressively. Dark Binding's going to miss. Still gets stunned up by Screwface. Misto coming in. It might be a 2v3. There's the burst from the Syndra. Now they've got themselves 3 more. 2 for the Syndra. 1 for Misto. That is a delayed ace for SwayGG.
Yeah, SwayGG getting that ace, and like you said, because their team comp is a little bit unconventional, they don't have that siege potential, they have to get those picks, and if SwayGG groups, like you said, they have the Sedge ulti to CC the team, to delay the Rengar, if...
Rengar says, I'm going to turn this around. That was that. Oh, hold on. He's taken down. Misto's got the 3-item spike. Deletes him, and here comes the Nocturne ult. Re-engage underneath the turret. Double kill to Misto. This should be 2nd-tier turret falling. There is 5 seconds on the Ahri, a second on the Yuumi, and now Caitlyn up as well. They're not going to go for the inhibitor turret. They might rotate towards this top lane 2nd-tier turret, as there is already a wave on it.
Yeah, there's already a huge wave. They want to get as many turrets as possible. They are catching up really quick in turrets. They're already 1 turret behind. They had the Nocturne split pushing while they were defending against the Baron and Rengar. And at this point, if they keep playing safe, hiding under turrets while Little Hook pushes up and tries to siege, Rengar is going to be forced to tower dive and get shut down. And because of that, there's only kills on Rengar. The only 2 large teammates right now are Rengar and Ahri. And if they shut those 2 teammates down and continue the way they can go, they can still be confident in having that victory as long as they keep their cool and rotate down here. If they pick up a Mountain Drake, in a fight, this might be a little bit difficult considering there is a lot of bush for Rengar to come in and get some picks. So the Dragon Pit fight could make or break both teams right now. It's going to be really interesting to see. It's really head-to-head.
SwayGG, Dunceroni might get cut out here. Large lamp waiting just around the corner. That's why you build on that Ari. The Twin Shadows gives you not only that vision, but also slowing somebody for Rengar to hop in. But the side of SwayGG cannot fight without this Syndra. That is absolutely crucial for them to have the power of the unleashed power. There you go. Coming in. So wisely waiting around. Now that the Syndra has joined, Screwface is here. That's actually the marker for LHS saying we gotta back away, clear this wave that's pushing into our mid. So now, SwayGG start up the Mountain Drake, but the charm is going to land onto Screwface. That Syndra might be in a bit of trouble, and Enchanted Slayer is out. Screwface goes golden for a moment, surviving. Rengar leaping in, looking for the Morgana. He's going to get her! That's the Silver falling as well. Ari and Syndra traded over between both teams, but Skeptor, the only member left alive for LHS, because Yuumi is dashing back and forth, healing everyone, keeping them alive. Skeptor, the only member of SwayGG to survive the onslaught from LHS. The Yuumi ultimate was absolutely crucial in that fight.
That was such a crazy quick turnaround. They saw them turning around to go in for the dragon, and they were like, you know what? This wave isn't pushing in too badly right now. We do have to defend, but we do have time to come in for a team fight before defending. They are not adding in pressure, and that was a huge mistake by SwayGG. They could have won in. They had the mid lane pressure. They could have sieged a little bit more. They have a stronger siege because they're tankier, except for the fact that Rengar could do a pick. They needed to add in that pressure before getting that Mountain Drake, a little bit desperate for some objectives, trying to get in to catch up. So now that that happened, they are behind, I would say, a 3K, a little bit less than a 3K gold deficit right now, behind a tower, and it looks like it could be anyone's game. It's really going to be hard to see who's going to get that third Mountain Drake, because they both have Mountain Drakes in their pockets. And they both want that second one just to get down that Baron, get down more objectives on the boards.
Well, it's back to the Drake for LHS. They should be able to secure that. There's the Rengar grabbing it. Large Lamp being a carry for this team. Playing an incredible Rengar, but as I said, the game not over just yet. One of those crucial mistakes you mentioned from SwayGG was fighting in the river. So many brushes for Rengar to hop around. And again, if he takes out one member, it's a 4v5 fight. And with that 4v5 fight, you also have the Yuumi ultimate final chapter locking up multiple members. And they're going to burn down the Baron. They've got double Mountain Drake. The Baron is gone. Back onto LHS, but this time all 5 members. So Dwani just dashing on it, throwing out that ultimate, trying to pin people up against the wall for Baron. Nocturne's coming on in. Rengar is gone. No brushes for him to leap through. They've been able to eliminate the Baron on 3 members of LHS. Can they chase in and get the rest of the other 2? There are recalls coming through, so LHS should be able to back out with just those 2. But this is an opportunity for SwayGG to push.
Yeah, and they definitely have more of the siege potential. They did play that a lot smarter there, respecting the Rengar a lot more and seeing where he was located to make sure he could not get into the bush, denying him that jump, and just denying him from decimating and one-shotting a member of their team.
Hopping forward, just pushing members of LHS off of this turret as the inhibitor turret 1 going to be going down. Oh, that's the charm on Morgana. She's going to fall beside the Dark Binding, forcing Mid 3 to flash away. Ace in the hole coming out, but it's blocked by Nocturne. Spell shields to delete will be backing away. And Franklin stepping forward, looking for more of those charms. This Ari has the blue buff on, so all the mana in the world. A little bit of evasion, but a great stun by Screwface. It's even a flash from Misso to make sure that that Q lands, picking up that kill. So 1 back as then Franklin steps forward a bit too aggressively. Cherry Crystal Arrow will land onto the Syndra, and she should be falling. There's that pickup. Syndra, it's actually Yuumi that grabs the kill onto the Syndra. So it is a couple of kills traded back and forth between the 2 teams at the end, but there's a huge wave taking down the top lane, second tier turret, and an open middle inhibitor. Large Lamp doesn't care, but it's the actual GA onto the Sivir. Can they take down Large Lamp before Sivir comes back up? She is going to be 11. The flash for Rengar. He's got himself 1. Korean Flamer is here for a little bit more damage. There's been a trade of 1-for-1 so far, but the Yuumi going to rejoin the Ashe now, and she's got all of the slows in the world necessary. Morgana stepping out, though. She's got the Black Shield. She could try to throw it down and keep Skeptor alive. That's not going to be enough, though, because the AD's coming through the heals from Yuumi. It will be a 1-for-1 trade, and now Dunceroni can chase it onto Korean Flamer. No one is there for the poor cat to hop through, and so she grabs herself a little bit of ward, just some extra vision before falling. Double kill to Dunceroni. This game is going all the distance. 32 minutes. It's over 70 kills.
What is this fiesta? Like, it's just like insane. I just can't even, like, we have SwayGG right now that is now up in one tower, sieging just a bit. Rengar coming in hot, trying to get as many carry picks as possible. He got a double carry pick. Not only that, knocked out a GA. He's up by 19 kills. Can he continue to pick, or can SwayGG stop that from happening? Not only that, but now we have Little Hooks having the 2 Mountain Drakes in their pockets to be able to at least have a little bit of something to siege, because that's where they're struggling right now, and this is why this game is being prolonged. They can't really do that siege with Nocturne being able to get into the backline and assassinate, as well as Sedge being a meat shield and tanking.
And SwayGG, not content to sit back and wait for LHS to push into their base, they step forward aggressively once again, keeping the game at the river and beyond. They want to make sure there's no chance for those double Mountain Drakes to be used against those turrets. They back up a little bit, waiting for the Rengar ultimate to time out. Don't need him hopping on in. And a quick look at their items. You have the Syndra with the Zhonya's, the Morgana with the Zhonya's, the GA on the Sivir was popped, but that as well as the Sejuani's Gargoyle Stoneplate are all reset abilities. Every time Rengar goes in to grab a kill, someone can pop one of those. Only the Nocturne doesn't have something. And with Rengar into the bottom side, that means that the fight is going to start here in the mid lane. They've taken down a mid 3. The Caitlyn's going to fall. The flash forward is kept into it. Chilling Smite, Infernal Fox trying to grab the Ashe. She's dashing back and forth, and she's still sunned up and taken down. They got the sun onto the Arya as well. Unleash power, forcing her to dash away. And so it's 5 members moving in onto the Nexus turret number 1. Rengar is pushing in the meantime. He's grabbed himself a turret of his own. It might be a base race. This large lamp is going nuts into the enemy team's base. He's taking down an inhibitor, but that's Nexus turret number 1 falling. Nexus turret number 2 will go down. The bases will continue, but Rengar is running away, which means the Nexus for the side of LHS might be it. This is it. This should be SwayGG in the final base race, taking game number 1. 40 kills to 40 kills. Over 65,000 gold each. SwayGG. Well, while we weren't expecting the game to go this way, there are hard words last week. They have started the trek back to first yet again.
That was a game to definitely watch. They were so head-to-head. It was so sliver close throughout the entire game. And I think the only reason why SwayGG had a slight advantage is because they played a bit smarter into their team comp. They used their team comp, slowed the game down as long as possible to scale